Good evening, everybody. It is 9:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1/23/2020. Oh, what's that doing there? I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, let's get over to here. What's that doing there? Oh, let me tell you about this. Okay, CES 2020. I was over there. Las Vegas, just for one day. Why did you go for just one day? Check out the highlights and go for meetings and then back to work for my marketing company. So anyway, mentioned too, I was in New York before that, doing meetings and talking about different things for tech. Well, guess what? I am going to be starting up a new podcast sponsored by Samsung and others of big names. Why did I get this and why do they want me to do this? Because they say I have a good speaking personality, if you can get that. And I know a lot about tech and crypto. So the podcasting is going to be a crypto tech podcast, music also, and we'll have some of the highlights of FLAC for music, FLAC, the best of crypto, the good, the bad, the ugly, and for the tech, the best tech that you can rely on, being something that you may want in your home. And there are some good things. The prosthetic arm is really good, but we'll talk about this in a minute. But let's get over to the bleeding crypto market at the moment. It's good for buying, though. It's really good for getting sale prices. You've got BTC at 83.50, down 3% for the last 24 hours. ETH 161, down 2.57. XRP 3.71% down. So 83.50, 161, and 22 cents for XRP. And we'll hopefully see that turn around. But as you can see, the weekly graph, look over to the right. That's been that. So it'll change, but when is the question? That beat a ticket. Bitcoin's privacy and scaling upgrade, Taproot, just took a big step forward. It's going to take a lot of steps for Bitcoin and ETH to get where they should be, no doubt about that. Crypto custody provider Ledger extends reach in Asia with new institutional client. Digital asset storage provider Ledger is partnering with Fleeta, a South Korean-based blockchain platform for decentralized applications. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. I knew I was losing my rhythm. There we go. I should make sure she's not blasting. Let me see. No, she is. Okay, that's a little better. We can hear me. Digital asset storage provider Ledger is partnering with Fleeta, and with this partnership, they are extending their reach. Ledger does not just offer the security of storing crypto, it also allows financial institutions to build customized governance rules, say Glenn Wu. Founded in 2018, Fleeta launched its mainnet in November and has partnered with the government to build a proof-of-concept network for the nation's healthcare system, hoping to let the hospitals share private data, such as research and medical records. Give kudos to Coinbase. They have stepped up their game. Tonight's broadcast has a lot of CoinDesk in it. When I scan all the news all across the world, there's not often that you get one site that has the most of it, but it was CoinDesk today. Peter Schiff. I could say another name about Mr. Schiff, but anyway, just days after claiming he lost his Bitcoin due to a software error, economist and crypto critic Peter Schiff, the chief executive officer of broker-dealer Euro Pacific Capital, now acknowledges that user error is the issue. I think we all knew that right off the bat anyway. Said, if you want me to read this for you, read it for yourself. I mistook my PIN for my password. All right, and then he also made a comment. I also never had a copy of my seed phrase, a honest but costly mistake. Does he sound smart or not? CFTC Chair Christopher Giancarlo on why he launched Digital Dollar Project. And that's something here where I may link this down below so you can read it and look at the video. I think I will. South Korean military gets a blockchain base upgrade. They got to get something to get them up to snuff because North Korea is kicking butt on that. And you got to have U.S. and the U.S. allies taking care of business and getting the best. Hawaii. I am going soon. Not sure when, but I want to go back. Been there twice. Want to go back. It is, I don't want to live there, but I'll tell you one thing. It is so nice to visit. Hawaiian bill would let banks act as crypto custodians. Stay away from the volcano areas. And even though the black beaches are nice, no doubt about that. SB 2594, introduced on January 18th, with bipartisan backing, would make it legal for Hawaiian banks to hold digital securities, virtual currencies, digital consumer assets, and other open blockchain tokens for their customers. It would further authorize Hawaiian courts to hear digital asset claims. Cool. Speaking of cool, which I don't have the article here, but did you see where Rick Hendrick bought the #1, which he has bought so many #1 Corvettes, but bought the #1 Corvette for the 2020 C8 mid-engine Corvette? $3 million for charity. And he says he's not going to drive it. He had a chance to drive a prototype, yes, of a 2020 a while back. That was good enough for him. He's putting it away. Crazy. Crazy. I drive it. TD Ameritrade-backed crypto exchange ErisX gets an upgrade. All right, cool for them. BitPay app lets users buy MasterCard gift cards. Keeping your assets safe in crypto insurance may soon become the norm. You're seeing more and more of that come up, where you're seeing that they are talking about the Seifu and other things that you get. That's Binance. Now, for the best of tech, the best of crypto, the best of music, and even NASCAR, okay, and racing, we're going to have so many big discussions of and different guests on the podcast. The podcast will be linked down below. It will be put on Twitter by Samsung and others and myself. It's going to be something where you're going to see where this is going to be pretty tough. Podcasts are taking off like a rocket in 2019, 2020. It is the future. Why is it the future? People driving. YouTube, they can't really watch and drive, but they can put the podcast on and they can listen. And that's the future. It's just one of the reasons. They can be very entertaining with guests that come in, and I'm going to have a lot of different guests tying in. So, audio, Vizio. Now this one here, the soundbar, one of the better ones, but not, in my opinion, the best. Here we go. The best automotive product, you better believe it, the Daemon. I saw this Hypersport there. That is a tough bike. Look at the display on the dash right there, okay? Just the way the body is on it and everything. When I sat on this sucker, it was a rush. What a feeling to it. Look at that right there. That is just good breathing, everything for the engine, and tough styling. The Pimax, I wasn't too enthused by it. I did features on VR headsets back a couple years ago on this channel, and I'll tell you one thing. They could have done something, but they just didn't do it right, and that's the best way to put it. No doubt about that. So again, on the podcasting, I'll have this all set up by next week at the latest, because we're recording as we speak. I want to get at least 5 episodes in and ready to lock and load, and go from there. And then I will be traveling and doing stuff on site. So one of the ones I cannot mention, but it is NASCAR related. And when you have one of my favorite tracks, by the way, Talladega, and when you have all this going on for entertainment, this is what I like. I like doing entertainment. And for crypto, great to see if that market starts to take off and go like a rocket. Would be nice to see. Apollo has announcements coming up when you probably watch this. It's almost 10 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Telegram, they're making a date or dates announcement. And we'll have to wait and see what that is. And hopefully they make January as exciting as they said it was going to be. They have a lot due out. Dex 2 has been due for quite a while. Steve said very soon. Let's see when that soon is. CEX coming, but when? the new website coming, but when, and so much more. 9 new products. 9 new products. And a special big boy. We'll have to wait and see what's what. Everybody have a great one. Any breaking news, I'll have it for you. More information on the podcast coming up shortly.